In a world saturated with information and constant change, it's easy to feel lost in the noise. Are world events truly random, or is there a deeper, more orchestrated force at play, subtly guiding the course of history? Could unseen hands be shaping our reality? Ancient prophecies, whispered through generations, suggest a spiritual conflict shaping our future, a battle between light and darkness playing out on the world stage. The Bible warns of powerful deceptions, of influences that can sway even the most powerful leaders, uniting humanity under a godless system, a global order that rejects traditional values and embraces a new secular worldview. Are today's global shifts, technology, with its power to connect and control, governance, the structures that dictate our lives, societal change, the very fabric of our communities being rewoven, fulfilling these warnings? Are we sleepwalking into a preordained destiny? Crises like pandemics, sweeping across the globe, and climate change, threatening the very future of our planet, may be more than natural events. Perhaps they are orchestrated catalysts. They could be tools in a larger plan, a hidden agenda to consolidate power into the hands of a select few. World leaders may be unwitting players in a cosmic game, pawns on a chessboard they don't fully understand, their ambitions exploited by a malevolent spiritual agenda, a force that seeks to control not just nations but the very souls of humanity. As 2030 approaches, a date marked by global organizations for sweeping change, a deadline for a new world order, we must ask, is this just progress, a natural evolution of society, or prophetic fulfillment, the culmination of ancient warnings? The answers lie not in headlines, in the fleeting narratives of the mainstream media, but in the intersection of faith, reason, and the signs of our times, in a deeper understanding of the spiritual forces shaping our world. The Bible presents history not merely as a sequence of events, but as a profound spiritual battle, a cosmic conflict that transcends earthly realms. This battle is fought not primarily with armies and weapons, but with the more subtle and insidious tools of deception and influence shaping hearts and minds. The book of Revelation vividly describes demonic spirits, powerful entities, subtly guiding world leaders, often without their conscious awareness, toward a final cataclysmic confrontation with God. Even truth, seemingly pure and objective, can be twisted and manipulated for the purposes of deception, a phenomenon vividly illustrated when Paul cast out a spirit of divination, a spirit that spoke truth but ultimately served a corrupt and self-serving agenda, undermining genuine faith. Jesus' poignant parable of the wheat and the weeds powerfully illustrates how good and evil are often intertwined, growing together in close proximity, until the time of a final, decisive separation. Satan, often referred to as the god of this world, relentlessly seeks to blind and control humanity, offering the allure of power and influence in exchange for unwavering allegiance. These timeless stories serve as a warning to us, emphasizing that discernment is absolutely crucial, because evil often cunningly masquerades as good, cloaking itself in deceptive appearances. Viewing the world through the biblical lens suggests that even global elites, those wielding significant power, may unknowingly be pawns in a much larger cosmic struggle, their actions and decisions often echoing ancient prophecies, fulfilling a preordained narrative. The struggle we face is not merely political or economic, it's fundamentally spiritual, a battle for the very soul of humanity, with humanity's leaders unwittingly serving as key players on this grand stage. A deeper understanding of this overarching narrative empowers us to see and interpret today's complex events in a new and profoundly insightful light. Today, global agendas like the UN's 2030 goals promise a better world, but also centralize power and governance. The COVID-19 response showed how crises can justify unprecedented control, curtailing freedoms and accelerating surveillance. Initiatives like 15-minute cities and digital IDs, while promising convenience, raise concerns about movement restrictions and monitoring. Climate policies and social credit systems could further regulate individual behavior. The push for open borders and digital finance points to a more unified, easily governed global population. 2030 is a focal point for these changes, aligning with transformative shifts in energy, finance, and society. While the Bible doesn't mention 2030, the convergence of these agendas is striking. Are we witnessing the infrastructure for a prophetic global system being built before our eyes? Once unimaginable, global surveillance and control are now realities thanks to technology. The rise of AI, big data, and digital currencies enables tracking of every transaction and movement. Central bank digital currencies could allow authorities to monitor and restrict purchases, echoing Revelation's prophecy of a mark required to buy or sell. Biometric IDs and cashless societies make literal fulfillment of ancient warnings plausible. The real shift is our acceptance, trading privacy for convenience, embracing surveillance for security. This gradual conditioning prepares us to accept systems of control we once resisted. The global control grid isn't just imposed from above, we help build it daily. Prophetic warnings feel more relevant than ever in this new digital age. The world is abuzz with speculation. Is the 2030 agenda a nefarious scheme, a demonic plot as some suggest? The questions swirl, fueled by uncertainty and fear. We can't know for certain the full implications of such grand designs, and the Bible, with its timeless wisdom, warns against the dangers of setting specific dates for future events. Our call, therefore, is not to engage in speculative prediction, but rather to cultivate the ability to discern, to be vigilant, wise, and grounded in truth in a rapidly changing world, a world that demands our attention and understanding. The convergence of global ambitions coupled with the exponential advancement of technology feels undeniably significant, as if the stage is meticulously being set, piece by piece, for something far greater than we can currently comprehend. The spiritual struggle that surrounds us is urgent and real, but panic and fear-mongering aren't the answer. Instead, faithfulness to our values and a heightened awareness of the world around us are what truly matter. Engage actively with the world, participate in meaningful dialogue, but remain vigilant, and don't be deceived by empty promises of a utopian future. The Bible's enduring message is ultimately one of unwavering hope. God, in His infinite wisdom, remains in control, offering stability and guidance despite the surrounding turmoil and deception. Whether the year 2030 proves to be a pivotal moment in history or not, the underlying spiritual context endures, unchanging and ever-present. Our ongoing challenge, therefore, is to remain watchful, to cultivate discernment, and to remain steadfastly faithful as we navigate the complexities and uncertainties of these rapidly evolving times, always seeking truth and understanding.